Welcome back to the playthrough, guys. And without further ado, let's get back into Drangleic Castle. Let me try out my fire longsword plus 10, see how I'm operating with that. Not again. Yep, these guys just don't like me very much. They don't like me very much. I don't like them very much. And I'm stuck in the corner. It's not good. Not good being stuck in the corner. I actually dodged like a time. Didn't want to even mess with these guys, and you know, sometimes you don't get that option. You just have to do what they want you to do. Sometimes. Not as strong as my axe. I have that sweet thrusting attack though. That's really cool. Stone Soldier Spear. I don't think I ever picked that up before. I wonder if there's anything back here. Any goodies? No, but there's a chest. And what do we have in here? 15 dark arrows. I'll take it. Sure. And there's something here. The frozen flower. That is our last DLC item. That'll get us to the Ivory King. Soul of a Hero, couple things. Sure, let's go. To be honest, Drangleic Castle, it's cool. I always like castles. I like this guy who you come around the corner and you think you're about to get smashed, but you're really not. I like the area. I think they could have done it a little better. It's one of my favorite castles in the Souls series, but there's a lot of annoying stuff that goes with it, I think. And I think that's what, I love the atmosphere, but a lot of it just gets silly. Now this little pool of whatever, it'll destroy all your stuff, so you gotta get naked. And you gotta go in there to find stuff. Now if I'm not mistaken, guys come out of the woodwork here to get you. Corrosive urn, not really, yeah. Jeez. I'm getting shot at, yeah. I think you coming in here triggers them to activate. So some corrosive urns and Elizabeth mushroom. Worth it? I don't know, I guess. This guy's still falling. Jesus Christ. Take out a weapon. On guard, you bastard. So here's that sweet R2 thrust attack, which is really good. Definitely a good attack. Yeah, and let's throw back on our shit. Royal Kite Shield. Sweet Falconer helmet that has taken us through the entire game so far. For the most part. The Jester gloves. And what else? The Elite Knight leggings. So that's not a bad equip load. And then we bring out the Corlanthy ring, Royal Soldier +1, and then we get our second Dragon ring. And last but not least, our Covetous Silver Serpent, because we like to get some souls, and we cannot lie. Nope. So we keep proceeding upward. Again, we're on the ramparts of this onyx build structure. I don't know. Like I said, I think it's pretty cool. I think they could have I love my time during this in this area, right? This area is pretty good. Twinkling Titanite. Let's get out of this room. It's not good stuff. Not good at all. And we keep climbing up, and we have a painting of a woman who is the queen. I'm gonna try my S-Stock out a little bit here. A painting of the queen. 2-on-1. Okay. No backstab there? There, thank you. Did I one-shot them? No. Wow. See, and that, so there is, like, that's a good... Yeah, huh. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this S-Dock. It feels kind of worthless. I'm not going to lie. I like it, but the bleed effect, I don't know if that's... This is just garbage, right? Like that... I'm one-shotting with my other +10 weapon, and... Yeah, like that's cool. It builds up that bleed, and it can... You know... And that can get through shields, apparently. It's not bad. I don't know. I don't know if I'm happy with it. I don't know if the investment was good enough. Monastery Charm. And finally, the last knight wakes up. Got a little R2 thrust right there. Pretty solid. Sean's armor, which is pretty cool. It's a cool set of armor. Torch. And then Petrified Dragonbone. Now here's the Queen of Drangleic. And when you get close enough... You get cursed. So that should kind of give you an idea about the queen of this wonderful land. And we get invaded by a nameless usurper who should look very familiar. Looks very familiar, huh? Yeah, thrust attack is really good. It's got some distance to it. She's running away right now, kind of weird. One of the better PvP options is like that thrust attack because it has such good range. Human effigy, and the old nameless usurper, formerly known as Lycia. We just bought all your miracles from you, and you're invading us. You know, great. I love it. So, and a knight comes up behind us. He totally missed us, but he somehow pulled that off. 347, and he is on a little ledge right there. Okay, that's kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, we saw the climb down thing, and here's a little ladder. Easily missed, to be honest. Easily take that guy out. Backstab you again. Yeah, and you can see it just... I mean, the longsword and whatnot doesn't exactly stack up in damage output to the lightning battle axe. I mean, we found a little bonfire here on our way up. Hidden, not really the most important bonfire, but nice to have nonetheless. Some treasure here. Soul of a Brave Warrior. And down here we have, looks like we have a guy hanging out. Oh, yeah. And we have a little treasure. Oh, please don't hit me, thank you. Hunter's black bow and the iron arrows. That's kind of cool. And out there we can see the... Ow, you son of a... Really? Okay, I'm not even gonna mess with you. But you can see the approach to the castle. Or you could, back there. You know what? I might as well just heal. I've been using up Estus like it's candy. Because I haven't been playing so well. So let's go. These archers, they keep coming out. I honestly, in retrospect, I like my my lightning axe the most. I think it's just the most versatile because I'm able to really fight well in closed spaces and also able to deal that damage with two hands. And here...
You have fought admirably on your journey, cursed undead. I am Nishambra, Queen of Drangleic. A true monarch carries the weight of their souls. The last king of this land, King Vendrick, as he was called. He found the strength to rule his people, and when the undead were born, cursed, he found more strength to face them. But in the end, he never took the true throne. Visit Vendrick. We have no need for two rulers.
So kind of an odd dialogue there with the queen. She sits far away on her throne. Pretty scary looking. She's giant, and she has really long fingers, and her eyes are really dark. Definitely creepy as hell. And the way she speaks, you can definitely tell that she seems like she's up to no good. So yeah, she tells you that, you know, we don't need two rulers, and everything like that. And it's, she's an interesting character, I think. Pilgrim Belclair. Nah, we don't need someone. I say that now. We fight the two dragon riders here. So we got one up there, and he's got his bow and arrow. I think if you hang out over here, he'll drop down. He might. Maybe not. Either way, he can't hit you from here if he doesn't want to drop down. So he will drop down after he realizes he can't hit you. So that's a good strategy. Then bring over this guy to this side of the room, bait an attack, and then rush on over here to whoop his ass. Because as you can see, he takes a lot of damage. Wow, yeah, it was almost too easy. The Archer Dragon Rider has much less HP than the actual melee Dragon Rider. So if you know that you can come over here and fight him, or if you know you can get him to drop down, he's a really quick enemy. Almost too easy. This guy, and then the Dragon Rider, he's just like the other fight. You know, he's just a big melee guy. He's not that bad. Not too bad. Should be able to. Oh, he can poke you out. I mean, he's like a tough enemy that would be like in an area, you know, but he's not particularly hard to beat, you know. Cool. One thing I did notice after playing Dark Souls 3 in this room just has a lot of callback to the Profane Capital, right? It's almost like they used some of the same like textures for all like the treasures that are like mounted up here in the corners. So it's like, I guess this is where they stored all their gold and whatnot, and yeah, okay. It's cool though. It's a cool boss room. And then out here we have next bonfire.
Oh, well met, friend. Good to see you well. Yes, very good indeed. I journeyed from the distant east to perfect my swordsmanship. And legend has it that powerful beings slumber in this land. This sword has been in my family for generations, and only a real man can wield it true. I may face any man or beast, but none shall be a match for my sword. This land is a right mess, eh? King's gone. The people have a mad glint in their eyes. The land itself is overrun by terrible beasts. No better place to test my sword, eh?
There's Benhart, crazy as hell, with his sword on his journey with you. So, at this point, let's just continue with the goodness. So out this way we have, I believe that door up there is locked, and you have an archer, an Alon Knight Archer, nonetheless, on top of the castle. So, best way to continue is around this way, deeper into the castle still. And we have a contraption that is obviously not functioning, and we have a locked door. So what do? Let's go up the ladder. The only option that's left us. Continue on. Plunge ahead. But yeah, like I was saying, I do really like this area. I think Dark Souls is at its best when you're in a castle exploring. Like, I really like the Bastille. Ghost here comes out of the wall. Kind of interesting. So yeah, we have a golem there we need to activate. In the vanilla version, a lot of these knights, they got up and we had to fight them in there. In this version, it's a little different. We have mannequins. So I think a lot of the idea here is like a callback to all the old areas. Like, we have Elan Knights, you have mannequins, you have, you know. So that'll do. That'll activate the golem. And he will help us out with turning this device, which will, in fact, activate the contraption. You turn this thing, and we can see and hear the elevator start to move. So we've done that little part, and we got some treasure here to loot as well. Old Knight Hammer, and what else? What other treasure in Drangleic Castle? Caith's Chime and Soul Greatsword. And we have Sellsword Lewit. Sellsword Lewit's cool as hell, but I'm not gonna get him. I've been trying to limit the amount of phantoms I get just because it's kind of ridiculous. Need to actually play the game, you know? Actually play the game and 1290 with 3 hits. It's pretty nice. He's gonna keep blowing that crap out. I'm just gonna keep hitting you with a two-handed axe. Nice dodge. And finish him off. So yeah, a lot of callback to a lot of different areas here. And we have Gower's Ring of Protection. Kind of forget what that does, not gonna lie. Yeah, my axe really, it has not failed me. If you circle away, you can just really hammer at these guys. Really quick, you know, like the animation is just super fast, and you can really just get after it. You can dish out all that damage. Oh, shoot. This shield has also not done me wrong at all, you know? Yeah, like I go toe-to-toe with these guys anytime, doesn't bother me at all. But my shield has really kept me alive, and my axe has really kept my enemies down, so... one thing here, this, as you can see, if you look close enough right where the lid should meet the box, the metal should meet, you see the teeth in there. This guy wants to kill me, so I gotta return the favor. You can do a cool trick here with Lloyd's Talismans, if I can find one. Hold on. Where are my Lloyd's Talismans? Here they are. I only have one, so we'll use it here. And it puts these guys to sleep. You can grab your washing pole, petrified dragon bone. But yeah, I'm not going to let him get away with that. Hell no. No, I ain't going to just put him to sleep. But it's kind of a cool trick you can do. I wonder who the first person was to figure that out. But it's a good way if you don't, if for whatever reason you stink at fighting mimics, if you want to get, you know, if you need to somehow get the treasure without actually doing battle with the mimic, that's your way to do it. As you saw, they're really not that hard to beat. If you have a weapon that can do the damage, you just knock it out, you know. This door doesn't really look like much of a door, but there is a little ladder here. And yeah, and we have, again, another kind of seemingly random enemy, the Elan captain, sitting up here, you know, as an archer. The captain of the guard, I guess. Whoa, and this is new too. This is definitely new. I don't remember this at all. This wasn't true like the last couple times I played this. I can power through one of them pretty easy. He dropped an item though. He dropped Twinkling Titan. I'll take that to the bank. Yeah, so I think one of the things maybe they're trying to do with this area is, I guess that was the puddle, that splash noise. They're trying to really bring back all like the enemies. And in here we even have the Desert Sorceress. Sorceresses. Okay, and that tells me I need to heal. Ooh! She almost got me with that flame swathe. Let me take care of this guy. Let her, yeah, hold on, I'll wait for them to bait, yeah, there we go. She does that attack, and that is just like the kiss of death there. It's not good. Yeah, God, it is so like it would not even worth approaching these characters, right? They just kick the shit out of you. So guess what? I'm just gonna cheese you from a distance. I guess that's what, you know, like if I. Okay, stop walking toward me. It's getting scary. Stop. Go away. How pathetic is this, though, right? Like, I don't know. I think it's a little bit too ridiculous for. Yeah, well. Okay, I mean, almost killing me right now, to the point where this character is almost going to kill me. Jesus fucking Christ, right? You fucking just die? I mean, she was no joke, right? Both of them, they're fucking giving me the business. Dragon Charm, Wilted Dusk Herb. And what is over here? Something good. Estus Flash Shark, okay, that is pretty good. And then we can use this contraption to unlock this door and then head back around. So that's good. Yeah, I mean, kind of just annoying. Just a little annoying with the enemies here. Just a little bit. But anyway, so that brings us back to this like loop, back to the bonfire. Honestly, we can heal. We can rest at the bonfire there, get its benefits, and then continue back down here. And if you didn't remember, you'll remember now that the elevator should be working. We can take it up to the top. So, yeah, like I keep going on about it and getting interrupted, but castles, I think, is probably they're the best areas to explore. No, I wouldn't say the best, but they're my favorite usually. I mean, nothing really compares to like the original Boletaria Palace from Demon Souls. And then you got things like Anor Londo. Anor Londo is probably my favorite area, and then same thing with my favorite boss. That was really what hooked me on Dark Souls. So this guy is the embedded, kind of a really random creature. And inside the cage there's a little tiny woman known as a Milfanito. Key to the King's Passage. Soul Vessel, Fire Seed, and then what's the last bit of treasure up here? So the story behind all this, and it kind of unravels, Strong Magic Shield. It kind of unravels as you're doing this, and it kind of becomes clear. Not so clear, but a little more clear, I guess. Is that Milfanito was probably captured by Nishandra and kept there, kept in the castle, so she could try to figure out how to get by its song. In the Shrine of Amana, the Milfanito are all collectively together, and they sing. And when they do sing, it calms the like dark creatures, and Nishandra's a dark creature. So basically the king basically wanted to seal Nashandra away from grabbing the throne or being able to mess with like the first flame. And the way of doing that for him was to like literally lock himself away, basically just inhibit her from actually being able to possess the throne. Here we have a Loring Skull, okay. Kind of cool. So any of these enemies with a head, you can actually, oh, that's pretty cool, huh? You can actually just kill it before it even comes up. And you get those guys too before they come up. Oh, or you can get smashed by them. Pretty cool enemies here, the Horse Knights. They're not that strong. Again, they're not strong. They drop a Titanite slab as well, so they're definitely worth killing. They're not that strong when you got that plus 10 weapon. And I think in all the Souls games, I've always thought that the electric weapons were the most powerful. So that's hence why it was the first thing to do was to make my most powerful weapon a lightning weapon. So as you can see, this is the King's Passage. He retreated this way. Benhard of Jugo. I want to do your quest, so we'll summon him. We'll summon old Benhart. Don't need him though. Don't need him for this fight. But sure, we'll take him with us. This is a really cool boss fight. This might be my favorite boss fight of the game. It's up there. The Looking Glass Knight, very reminiscent of the Tower Knight with a gimmick, you know. Oh, he smacked me pretty good there. Benhart ain't doing crap. Look at him, right? You think Benhart should be probably doing some more. He's getting blocked too. Most of his hits. That's one thing I do like about this boss is his shield will block you, and Benhart's actually in my way right now. Just amazing how much Benhart's actually impeding me. That shield though does get in your way quite a lot. Oh man, Benhart's literally not doing anything. And as true to form, he's actually making it harder because the boss is, I think, double HP now. Shoots out electricity. Can be dangerous. But here's his main gimmick. And right now you can kind of wail on him, right? You can hit him while he's just sitting there, and I'm definitely going to. But if you look at the front of his shield, he spawns one of these guys. And I'm not about that life. So he comes out with an extra NPC kind of warrior to aid him in the fight. And here he is messing up Benhart. Yeah, this is as much help as Benhart's been this entire time. Just get his attention, right? I don't want him to murder Benhart. I don't want him to kill Benhart entirely. He's not that hard to dodge. But if he gets that NPC out and you're not powerful enough, he can give you serious trouble. But that's the Looking Glass Knight. Nothing too hard, but a cool boss nonetheless. I really like him. Gives us a good amount of souls and allows us to continue on chasing the king. So the king, again, to go with the lore, he's putting all of his knights here. He puts the Looking Glass Knight here to prevent Nashandra from following him. He puts all of his knights, the dragon riders, everyone who works for the king is basically opposing Nashandra, trying to follow him. And where is she trying to follow him? Well, first we're going to stop by what's down below this elevator, which is the Shrine of Amana. Quite possibly one of the worst, one of the most aggravating levels or areas in Dark Souls, or this game. But I like the whole effect of that fight. It's pretty cool. The castle, the rain, everything, you know, and the boss himself. I like fighting big knights. I think that's their best kind of boss fights that FromSoft has is just their straight fights, like with the Looking Glass Knight or like someone like the Tower Knight, or even Ornstein and Smo. it's two people, but it's pretty much a straight fight with two people, you know. It just felt very balanced and everything, so I like it. Down here, King Vendrick probably slipped his big ass, probably on his hands and knees, I guess, through this little hole to continue running away from his queen. He was basically at the height of his power. He was having trouble with the undead, the giants, and then he finally realized his queen wanted all this power and that she was probably sabotaging him. So he hauled ass down here. And Shrine of Amana is where he rested. I'll continue in. I'll continue down to the Shrine of Amana. One thing. What do I want to? Where do I want to go? I can get over there. You can see an item. I think I just have to go down a little bit here. So there's a little door here. Don't want to miss it. And here we have something. Don't want to fall down, but yeah, you can knock that body off that ledge. And here we have the principal enemies of this area, the priests of Lindelt. The Lindelt clerics. And these guys are real tough. They're real bastards. They can cast, and they can just come after you like with a vengeance. So you got to be careful around these guys. And then the female versions of that character, they're pretty rough too. Not gonna lie. They're the ones who cast a lot of stuff at you, and they make this area kind of freaking annoying, to be honest. So, but hey, it's not that bad. We'll continue. We'll push forward. We'll chase after Vendrick. He only has about a 500-year lead on us, maybe something like that. We'll get him. We'll catch up. He didn't get that far ahead. But yeah, one thing you find real early on, these are the enemies, and when the singing is going on, you see the little fireflies above the water there and above these enemies. So this is the kind of thing that the singing would prevent Nashandra from entering and pursuing in this area, because that would kind of mess her up, because she's a creature of the dark, and that's kind of what the game's trying to demonstrate to you here. I don't like these guys hanging around though, trying to ambush you in the water. So I like taking them out anyway. Just like I like taking out these guys. They can be real jerk-offs. Yeah, no one likes to try to navigate around here. Archdrake boots and Archdrake helms, that's kind of cool. As you can see, this entire little island here with the item on it is surrounded by these creatures. So when they're singing, it makes it almost too easy to find and defeat these defeat these creatures, the lizard men that are hanging out. And again, it might look easy because the weapon's really high, but you have to remember this is a +10 weapon. However, though, I have 3 +10 weapons, so there's really no reason at this point in the game why you shouldn't have a +10 weapon. And there you have it, folks. That's how easy it is to die in this area. It's shallow water, and then all of a sudden it's really, really deep water, which is kind of lame. And I'm really, really frustrated by that, but whatever. Cool, right? Cool, I guess. Let me just go down there and do all that over again. You know, kind of annoying. Kind of annoying a little bit. I was going over in that area because I'm pretty sure there's some kind of secret over in that general location. 100,000 souls. Want to definitely get that back. First comes first, though. Or first things first. Let's take out the lizard men. Let's not put that in jeopardy. One more, one more, one more. Okay. Souls. We got the souls. Okay, so you can kind of see the edge of the water here. One of the things that they recommend big time in this area, or just in general, is a flame butterfly, a torch. And yeah, that, I mean, look at that. You can definitely see, oh, and look, there's even a treasure. And it floats to the top. Elizabeth mushroom, okay. But you can kind of see why a torch might be necessary. That's probably one of the easiest ways to die in this area is to falling off, right? So, to avoid that, keep a torch out. That's my new advice, and you see why. Then you got these jerk-offs, so... And if you roll in the water, it'll take your torch out. So that's something else to think about. So maybe clear the enemies out of an area, and then use your torch. Or just really take the time. You can see the bottom of the water. And you can usually see where it breaks. So this was that body that we knocked down earlier. Flame Butterfly and Twinkling Titanite. And this guy actually dropped down. Huh. Yep. Archdrake Mace. Okay, so that was Flame Butterfly and Twinkling. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, so you can see right here it drops off. But you can also see that it's way easier to not really mess with all this crap. Just use the torch. I think you could see there too that she stopped singing. Oh shoot. So right there you have a little curse jar hanging out in the water. But in this little house,
we knew you were coming. And stopped singing. We are Milfanito. We are here to sing to those bound by death and dark. We will sing here forever, as we always have, from long, long ago. We know nothing of the world outside, and why should we? For we will never leave. Do you seek King Vendrick? But what is a king, after all? We know nothing of the world outside, for we will never leave here. When we sing, the little ones dance. The little ones grant comfort to those who bear death and dark. This is what we were taught. Is there anything wrong? Perhaps this will help.
oh, thank you.
This is all that we can do. When we sing,
Okay, so that's a Milfanito. Wish I had my trusty dusty binoculars equipped. So like little people, tiny human beings that sing in this area. Interesting. And then they pick up singing when you leave, when you get further distance. I guess I'll close the door for her. Here you go. So you don't get eaten by a monster of some kind of sorts. Treasure. Don't forget to get it. Crimson water. I want to say that there's some kind of hidden treasure at kind of near the beginning of this level. As you can see, these guys can sneak up on you from anywhere, so you got to be careful while you're around here. I don't know. I think there might be. I mean, I'm not going to get everything in this game. I don't know exactly the locations of every single thing, but you see how the bright bugs came back after when she started singing again. So yeah, they can fucking get you real good. Jesus Christ. Get away from me, you fucking asshole. Yeah, these guys are super aggressive and they're really fucking annoying. So yeah, you can't... These guys, they try their damnedest to fucking kill you. You know, you're fighting one and the other ones, they come running to help. And they're basically a gank squad. They try to gank you. So you gotta pull them and you gotta just be careful in this area. One of the best things, honestly, is to just take your time. Take your time, like every other area. Take each enemy one for one. Especially in this area where you have where you're at a disadvantage because you're in the water and everything like that. You have hidden enemies. It's best just to take it slow. Take them out one by one. Because then you can be fighting these guys and these guys will jump out and they'll attack you, and that's another... It's like an ambush that just continues to grow and grow. So you actually have to just assume, you kind of have to assume that there's a bunch of guys and you have to attack. So let's see, that's where I came from, that tower over there. I was stopped by there. And we're heading this way, okay. And you can see a little treasure over here. Yeah, more treasure. Dragon charm, okay. And we can continue on. So as you can see, those guys they're nothing to sneeze at, but they're not too bad. Twinkling Titanite and Smooth Stone. Okay. And a poison bug. So you gotta watch out. And just keep moving forward. Shrine of Amana is kind of lame. It's actually, to be honest, it's a pretty big area. So here's kind of your first guess. Here's your first look at what this area is going to be full of. Getting hit like that. And they spam that attack. They hit that attack non-stop. So obviously the big thing is, okay, run over and kill her. And then you're going to attack from another angle. You take her out and it's like, where's the next one shooting from? Well, that's for that part. That's it. Now you have that to worry about, but then you also have at the same time you have the lizard men, right? Thanks for the plunging attack, because it wasn't a plunging attack. And then you realize you have just a million lizard guys after you. And it's not good. You realize it's no good. So this is what we're in for, really, for this area. God, it's so annoying. Literally just sort of slay enemies left and right. That's the way to get through this place. I could probably, if I'm any good, I don't know, maybe. You got this guy. Okay, die. Yeah, I don't think with how much time I have left in my video, I don't think I'll be able to really get through much further. But I'm just kind of showing, I could probably pick up some of the treasures and defeat this guy over here. I might be able to make it to the next bonfire, but I don't want to rush it. And that's something you really can't. In this area, you rush it, you're dead. You know, you're just done if you rush it. So, yeah, as you can see, there's enemies everywhere. Yep, and she actually trying to melee me. Jesus. Fire seed, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Now over here, It's pretty interesting. We have a little pathway over this thing, and we have a dragon rider. So this kind of lets you know this area is pretty important. I don't want to fight this guy on this ledge. This is not it's not a smart idea, right? Because he can knock me off easily and kill me. So I'd rather fight him over here where I have some good footing. Lure him over. This enemy, I'm pretty sure he doesn't respawn either, so it does make sense for us to kill him now. We get something out of it. You know, he's not going to keep popping up. And as you see, he's got a lot of HP. I think this guy might have more HP than the boss we just fought. I'm taking chunks out of him, but he's still over half health. Shield bash. Give him a 2-hit. Roll out of the way. Roll out of the way again. Come in. Stay aggressive. Hit him again for 2. 1, 2. Staggered him. Yeah, that's it. 1944. He takes a lot of hits right there. But I wanted to show that over here, he's guarding a little area that's pretty important. This area back over here has some cool stuff in it. I don't think we can get to it yet. I think we actually need to defeat the king. So it's locked. To get through this door, we need to be in human form. So I'm in human form, but we also need to have defeated the king. That's another thing that I guess it's kind of his precaution against Nishandra. He split himself from his soul. You get the king's soul in that room after you defeat the king. So when you defeat Vendrick, you don't actually get his soul. I don't even know what you get. I don't know if you get anything from actually defeating Vendrick other than a bunch of souls. So guess what? I'm not going to run through this entire area right now. I'm just going to get this treasure that's over here. Defeat these enemies to make it easier. And then there's this giant ogre out there. But there's some treasure. You can see the other enemies kind of hanging out there in the water. That's my goal here. First things first, we need to take out the ogre, though. Running through this area, we could probably do it, but you might be just making things harder for yourself, you know, at this point, at this juncture. 268. Let's just fight this guy over here. 459. Okay, I'll take it. Try to bait the sit attack. There we go. Exactly what we want. Bait it again. You know, we've been putting some work in with the battle axes at risk. We've been hacking away. We've been chopping down these mothers all day. Okay, so that'll get him out of the way. The next thing we need to do is prepare for some ranged combat here. It's kind of lame. We play some Call of Duty Souls. Heavy crossbow, though. Yeah, it's going to be big here. So as we progress out, let's see. Do I have the Hawk Ring? I don't have the Hawk Ring? Well, shit, I guess not. Okay. I need to pick that up. That's something I need to do. And that's something I think I forgot when I went out to... Okay. You see I hit her pretty hard with that bolt. So she's down. So that's one of the casters out there down. Oh, hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. See, these guys aren't the toughest thing out here, right? So they're enemies. But the most dangerous thing here is falling off the freaking ledge. So we walk out here and you can see dangerous stuff. Dangerous lizard man, yeah. But what's more dangerous than him is him knocking you off. That's the key. And see how shallow it gets. And you want to start dodging all these projectile attacks. Well, you can see how dangerous it is. Like one hit knocks her off, you know. So that's the key. That's the important thing. Out here we have a Estus Flash Sharp, which is totally worth it to come out and get. And then there's also a box out here. This is kind of an annoying thing in the Shrine of Amana. It's definitely something you want to get though. And then your Sunlight Blade. That's actually really cool, and for this character, probably in like New Game Plus, that's something I'm going to want to use, right? because that's a weapon buff that's really good. It's a faith-based weapon buff. I think it's like you have to be like 40 some. You have to have 40 some in your faith stat, and I have about what? I don't know, something like 8. So I could probably use the Simpleton Spice on it, but obviously to have the most effect, you know, for stuff like that, it scales with the faith stat. So you want to have high faith. So what I'm going to do now, I'm pretty sure my best bet at this point, after crushing all these guys, and I just broke my lightning axe. That's cool. Not the biggest deal in the world, I guess, at this point, because I have other weapons. And I'm probably going to actually change that fire S-Stock, or that bleed S-Stock, maybe to like a dark S-Stock or something. Something that has just damage, that stacks damage on it, you know. Over here, though, one of the first things you want to do, I kind of did this ass backwards. One of the first things you want to do in this area is not go fight all the enemies like I just did. You want to go over here, kill these enemies. See how your damn, when you roll, it puts your freaking torch out, so you gotta be careful about that. But what we have over here is a little bonfire. So, let me see. I think, yeah, we'll have to go through this area next time. I just want to get that treasure, so we're already kind of done some things. We have the treasure. It should be a little easier to get through. I don't want to rush it to get to the next bonfire. I want to give it its due course. But right now we can upgrade the Estus Flask, and we got to repair some weapons and stuff.
Is that a shard you found? However.
Yeah. So now I'm at 12 on the Estus Flask, and that's the max we can get. Not to mention, I keep forgetting to do this, but we need to burn our... We have 3 Sublime Bone Dusts. Yeah, that would probably be good to burn a couple of those, right? Let's make that Estus Flask a little bit stronger. Okay. Some force has strengthened it. Yeah, how about let's strengthen it a couple more times? Yeah. How about, yeah, just a little bit more. It's easy to forget to do that. But that will help you out greatly, and it'll make it a lot easier. Make that Estus Flask work for you, right? So now each one of those 12 sips will do a lot more healing for me. So yeah, that's pretty good. That's really good, actually. Awesome stuff right there. I do want to repair my damn axe, so that's good. So I like my fire longsword. I like my lightning battle axe. I really don't like the bleed S-Stock though. So I'm gonna go change that real fast. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to think about what I'm going to put my stats into. Maybe you could bump up faith. I don't know.
I out.
Maybe we'll try dark. I don't know. Sure, whatever. Whatever, dude. Yeah, who knows, you know? You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. Well, we can try it out, though. The bleed just wasn't adding enough damage, you know? Wasn't adding enough damage, really, for my liking. But now this is going to add 147. So we're talking about 147 and 147. So it's going to be, it's a little bit less than, you know, it's a little bit less than the longsword, but it's a lot quicker, and it has a thrusting attack. So we'll see. We'll see how the dark S-Stock works. You know, and if that doesn't work, we might just make it a fire or a lightning S-Stock, and to hell with it, you know. And then as far as my So these take 18, 14, 28 for Great Heal, 25 for Splendid Life. Sunlight Blade, 36. Reinforces weapon in hand with sunlight, a form of lightning. So 36. That's kind of what I want to get. And that's not as far off as something like 42, right? 36. I get to 15. So I'm like halfway there. What else? I could also put up Vit though. Vit also is kind of cool, or just Vigor. Vigor's always good, and so is Endurance. Yeah, when I get to the DLC, I might want some more Vigor, and maybe some more Vit too. Although that's not any kind of problem for me right now. You know, I'm not using heavy weapons, so maybe let's just throw it into Faith. Let's just see where that takes us, right? Let's see where getting some Faith, getting a little bit of Faith, right? 15 Faith now. Maybe we can use some things. Tuning some spells now. We should be able to. We can use Caressing Prayer and Force and all this stuff. Force, Caressing Prayer, that's open to us. Yeah, I mean, and we can use Guidance. We can, you know, not the coolest stuff in the world, but we can use these heal things too, which is just, if nothing else, just healing. But I really like Sunlight Blade. That's going to be a powerful weapon buff, and that's kind of what I'm going for, right? If I want to deal most damage. That's the only weapon buff that I've come across so far, other than like magic and like other things, so. For now, I think Caressing Prayer is kind of cool. That can give us a, like a healing, a status heal of things, you know? Let's see. So that'll get poison. Hopefully it gets toxic too, right? And maybe other kind of status effects. But if that gets poison and toxic off us, and maybe even curse, who knows? That could be worth it, right? So this Belvine, this is for miracles and hexes. So I picked that up in the gut, in the hole in Majula. So that looks like it's a little bit better. But for now, I mean, I think it's kind of cool. We've gotten, I don't think it weighs that much. No, it doesn't weigh that much at all. And, you know, it might be stronger. It looks like it took a little longer to use. But whatever, we can kind of mess with that next time. But that'll be it for now. Next time we'll go back into the Shrine of Amana and get after it with our Lightning Battle Axe, because that has proved to be our best weapon. Or maybe you know what, we'll try out the Dark Estoc here, see if it's any better. So for BC, signing off. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time in Amana. Adios.